take from, and it's something I tell anybody, it's not really brain surgery here that we're doing. It's real estate, it's a lot to do. It's just a matter of being consistent and trying to be consistent in whatever you are doing and do it good. Just to do random things randomly doesn't work. Whether it's using E-Edge and setting all your people up on a drip or whatever, I don't do that. But whatever you do, just do it consistently and make sure you stay in front of them.
I will say that I've had transactions with Roland, and I think sometimes he outruns you a little bit with what he gets his inspections done, gets that all out of the way up front, and you don't need to tell him or ask him questions on that, he's on it. That's my experience, and I'm sure he's had a lot of deals, so other people have had similar experiences. Any other questions? Jessica, what do you attribute your fast start to? I know you were working a part-time job or something for a
Yep.
while. Why don't you tell us about that little transition?
I think everybody has to find their niche, and my niche is being a military spouse. So I have a lot of peers that are in that world that I communicate with and socialize with, and they know me and I know them, and mostly all of my leads are referrals.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did, is I just networked a lot with my niche market.
Yeah. Jeremy, what do you think the advantages do you see of people coming on a team, and maybe how they fit in or whatnot?
As it relates to me, there was a time where I wanted to be the best buying agent, the best listing agent, the best marketer, the best of all these things, and I realized that time's finite, it's not infinite. So becoming a part of the team and refining roles and getting into your lane and really focusing in on what you do and doing that as best as you can do it, it's just a natural progression that I had to give away a lot of that other stuff that I took pride in and teach other people how to do it the way that I did it, and some of them have even perfected it beyond there, but it allowed me, for our team, to be a great marketer and what I hope to be a great co-broke to all the people that bring us contracts. Obviously, with the amount of inventory we carry, I've got to have those relationships out there, and like you said about Roland, taking care of business, that's what I pride myself in, is if somebody brings us a contract to help you from beginning to the end, and just be a co-broke worthy of repetitive business. There's a lot of people in this room that I've done, 8, 9, 10 transactions with, and I like to think it's a part of giving them that level of service.
Now, just as a side note, do you like all the co-broke you deal with?
I tell my team my favorite co-brokes with one of them, because we know how to get it done. But it takes outside agents. You do have to work with everybody, be friendly with everybody, and to move the amount of units that we set out to do. I think aside from just getting in your lane and learning that specific set of skills that it takes on a team, everybody's kind of got their area of expertise. I think, to me, what I would say to anybody on a team or otherwise, solo agents, the most impactful thing to me is goal setting. And you always hear about it, but until we actually started doing it, I joined Wayne in 2010, I believe it was. We did a competent level of business then, maybe around 240,000 GCI. It was just really me and him at that time. And as we grew year after year, we stretched our goals, and somehow, some way, we get to them. And when you say them, it doesn't seem like you will, but year after year, we've achieved those goals. So we're gonna set a big one this year and hold ourselves accountable to it. But if you don't put it out there, there's nothing to chase. So I think that's huge.
If you're reaching your goal, you set it too low.
No, because usually we'll reach like one portion of our goal. We'll hit a unit and we'll fall just shy of a GCI, or we'll hit our GCI and fall just shy of a unit. So we never truly 100% achieve both of them. But we scare it. We'll come within $4 or $5 grand of our GCI, and we'll get our units, or vice versa. But this time we might scare ourselves a little more.
If you do follow the book, by setting those higher goals, it does have a tendency to drag you through what you would have settled for, and I think too, kind of learn not to let up at the end of the year, because we've had some really bad, you know, with future business going into January, February type thing. And, we try to prevent that, because, you know, you got mouths to feed on a team.
Last year we had, it was all in front of us, and I don't know if we let down our guard or what happened, if it was just business, but we had a horrendous, November, December, and we barely reached our goals when we could have shattered them. This year, we changed that script, and in one of our strongest quarters, we had less than spectacular results in the third quarter, which on our team, I keep historical data of all quarters, all months, because you gotta know where you came from to know where you're going. And it looked bleak in the third quarter for us after a great start. We rallied, we preached, finished strong, we stayed committed to our daily processes, and we'll have our record fourth quarter, and we already have our record first quarter already under contract for next year. So finishing strong is a way to start 2016. You can't start 2016 January 1st. It had to start last month.
And Roland, you not about double your business this year?
Not quite, but close. And to go back to kind of what you're saying about the goals, this is my first year I ever wrote it somewhere that I would see my goals of 75 closings. I'm not gonna reach it, but I'm gonna shatter my GCI goal, and I'll come within a few closings of reaching that 75 goal, which at the beginning of the year I thought was impossible. I mean, it was kind of a joke around my house of 75, you know, for a little bit. But then as things kept rolling on, it was kind of like, this is our number, and we stuck with it. And, you know, kind of like what Jeremy said, we're not gonna reach the goal completely, but, I mean, we'd be happy to do it next year.
Yeah, nothing wrong with finishing just shy of a
You know why that is, Roland?
'Cause
Regard to
48
numbers
starts
like
to
that, no.
Oh.
You said it was a joke. When it comes to Courtney, she has no sense of humor for that. That's why.
She didn't start till like April or May, so.
See?
When we have a.
When did you have your big months?
Appreciate it. What's that?
Did you have those
All of
monster
them.
months?
June and July, right after she started. Well, I mean, doing $1 million in November, I've never done that. I'll do $1 million in December. I mean, so it's.
I'll
Just-
need a
just-
showing assistant, keep me in mind.
I was gonna email Morgan back to see, she was hiring for her team. I was gonna see if I could come work with you guys.
Just remember with those goal settings though, what we've been preaching with our team is the daily habits that it takes to get to them. Great, throw a number on the wall, but if you don't make a plan requisite to achieve that goal on the monthly basis, on the weekly basis, on the daily basis, to the quarterly, you don't get there. So it has to be monitored. You can't just halfway through the year say, I'm not halfway there. It takes constant
And the
daily
business
habits.
planning class breaks
Right.
that down.
Now,
Well, that's in a book somewhere too, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a green book or is it blue? Red.
Jessica, would you be satisfied next year to do what you did this year?
No,
And do we have a plan for that?
yeah, working on it.
Yeah, are you in the, attending the training on the
Yes.
business planning and stuff like
Yes.
this? Yeah, that's, I mean, that's gonna resonate big time with people, and I would dare say that, most any other company out there, there's probably very few agents that actually do have a business plan. I mean, it's kinda like, we do what we do, and we end up with the numbers that we got. I mean, it's really.
Make this year's ceiling, next year's floor. You don't go back, you don't go below what you achieve.
If you're not, well, and kind of, yeah, if you're not growing your business, your business is starting to die. I mean, either it's growing or it's dying. It doesn't ever sit still. So you have to decide whether you want to try to continue to grow your business, or if you're happy with where it's at, just know it's not gonna stay there if you don't do nothing with it.
And I would think, you know, that if I tell any new agent what my biggest mistake has always been, has been keeping that database and doing something with it. I mean, really, I think our numbers would be 50 to 100% higher than they are now if that was in place and actually doing a good job on that area. Because I'm seeing other people, you know, on bigger teams do that, and it might be the only difference, you know, between us and them sometimes. Anybody else, anybody new that's got, worried about any habits? I mean, we're taught that over and over again. Any other questions for the panel? All right, thank you.